We make the streams louder.
How is it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should buy yourself a Ford Focus ST. Now, you might be in the market for one or just happen to be thinking about one, so I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons today as to why you should own one and why they are such a good car. So let's crack on. Right, first we're going to be getting into is obviously for the looks. I think they look a fantastic car, and I think they're one of the very few cars that have aged really well. Like I said, this car is now 20 years old, and to look at it, you won't think it at all, in my opinion. I just think it's one of those cars that they just look really cool, especially in the orange. The orange is the best color, isn't it? And there's not many cars nowadays that look and sort of as old as this and they look as good as this, in my opinion. I just think they look a fantastic car. They have a lot of presence on the road. Obviously twinned with all the aggressive body styling of them, all the little things up there, the little fins on the bumpers. Obviously twinned with, like, you know, the twin exhaust that it has as well. I just think, like, nowadays, like, cars aren't made to look as good as they used to back in the earlier days, but I just think they look a fantastic car, and you just stand out. If that's what you like, you want this car to just stand out from the crowd. I don't see that many orange Focus STs on the road, so it's sort of like it's one of those sort of unique cars. I just think that it's such a great looking car for being 20 years old. 20 years old, which is crazy, because I still forget now that it's as old as it is. I just think they have aged so well. I mean, really well, in my opinion. Obviously, everyone's taste is different, but I just think they look a fantastic car. We're going to get into the interior now. I just think inside they are very spacious, like really big, very practical. Obviously, you've got the seats in the back and stuff like that. Like, well, obviously, you've got seats in the back, but how much room you have, you're not going to be cramped in this car. The roof, the height of the roof is really high, so you've got loads of space, And obviously, coming to the boot as well. Excuse my boot; it's a bit of a mess. You've got all the space in the boot to, like, if you put your shopping in and stuff like that, and then when you put the seats down, it's practically the size of, like, a small van in the side. You can put so much stuff in these cars. They're so spacious. So if you've got a big family, or you like to go to the shops, you know, it's really, like, it's practical as an everyday car. You could go anywhere, and you could go B&Q and buy bits from there. The space in these is brilliant. I've never once been uncomfortable. I've driven some miles in this. The seats, even though they're Recaros, they are really, like, they're really soft. You don't really get a bad back or, you know, or anything like that. They are really comfortable. And obviously, if you go to an ST3, because this is an ST2, you get the full leather as well, if that's what the sort of thing you like. But they are, like, really, like, spacious inside, very comfortable. You don't, like, your back doesn't get hurt, pain, or, you know, when you sat down for ages, you get you're stiff getting out of the car. You don't really get that with this. They're just a brilliant everyday car, a practical car that you'd never have to worry about, oh, you know, my kids or my friends are going to be cramped in the back. You don't have any of that. They are really spacious. Right then, the next on the list is how these cars sound. Now, for the money you pay for these cars, I can't think of a better sounding car. They just sound absolutely fantastic. That Volvo 5-cylinder just sounds hooker, which I think most of you will agree of how cars sound. These have got to be one of the ones that are up there. So I think you guys can agree that these cars, the exhaust note on them sound absolutely fantastic. They just sound so good. It's one of my favourite things about the cars, how it sounds. I just absolutely love it. So that's definitely a good reason why you would want to buy one of these cars. Right then, the next one on the list is how cheap they are. These cars aren't really worth much money anymore. They really aren't. Well, at the moment anyway. I can't see that being the same, like, forever. But you can pick them up relatively cheap. Obviously, it's like any car, isn't it? You've got to make sure you find a good one. So, you know, if you buy a cheap one, then it might have a few issues with it. But saying that, I paid just under $3 for this, and that was almost 2 years ago. And it's not really giving me any grief. I've had a few little problems, but other than that, car's been sound, absolutely sound. For the money, you get so much car. There's not many cars out there for around, let's say $3.5 grand, for example, that have the tuning potential of these, or how much like modifications are out there, how much car you get for the money. You get like, you know, you got the boost gauges, all the gauges on there. You're not messing about putting aftermarket ones in. Obviously, they're probably not super accurate, but they give you a good idea, you know, how it should be. You know, if you keep an eye on your oil temps, your coolant temps, your oil pressure, your boost, everything really, everything you need. So yeah, for the money, they are, you know, it's a really good car for the money. It really is. There's not much out there, like I said, for how cheap these cars are. So that's another good reason why you should, you know, think about getting one of these. Right then, the last one on the list, but very not least, is how these are on the road, how they are to drive. They're absolutely lovely. Like, so you feel really connected to the car when you're driving it. They handle okay. Yeah, granted, they don't handle amazing round the bends, but they still handle all right, and they're just a lovely car to drive. And like I said, you know, I've got a full turbo back exhaust on mine, and I'm sitting at 70 now. There's no real droning or noises. It's just a really nice place to be. It's comfortable, like I said earlier, and they just handle really well. And it's just a lovely car to drive. It's just so easy. There's no effort really. Considering how old they are, they're just a lovely car to drive. If you ever get the chance to drive one, make sure you go and have a go. I really recommend it, because like I said, this is my third Focus now, so I do really like them. I wouldn't keep coming back if I didn't. I seem to have them sell them, then I want another one. But they are just a lovely car to drive. So easy, really effortless. There's absolutely no issues with them. There really isn't. So I do recommend you get one if you are thinking about it. I'm absolutely sweating because I've had the windows down, and I haven't got my aircon charged. So, and it's really hot today. But I thought I'd come and do a video for you guys. If you anyone who's looking to buy a Focus ST, just my top 5 really. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. And as always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.